Greetings. I bet you're like me and you're thinking, man, AI, wow, it's everywhere now. There's new tools coming out every single day. There's pieces of news every single day. And you might be wondering, how is this impacting my business? What should I be doing to remain competitive or perhaps become even more competitive than I am right now? Great question. What I'd like to offer to you is the thought that your mind is a gold mine, and chances are you are only using it partly. And there's a huge opportunity to unearth more of what's in your gold mine and monetize that, and that will help you to stand out in this increasingly AI-driven era. What do I mean by that? Well, you see, knowledge that's in the public domain is at the fingertips of everyone, and at a speed that's like unknown to us before. And so that unique knowledge that you have in your brain that comes from many years of doing your particular work, that's priceless. It's at the interface of different things usually. So let's say if you're in software, it's the software development, but it's also the area that you serve. The same with, say, robotics or staffing or any knowledge-driven industry. There are interfaces between different disciplines, and especially at these interfaces, there is knowledge that is unique. If you're ever wondering whether you have that kind of knowledge, please talk to me, because it's not going to take me very long to spot it, and you may not see it. You may say, oh, it's nothing, everybody knows that, but I beg to differ. And so now once you embrace the fact that your mind, your brain is a gold mine, then the next question is, what do I do? Because when you want to teach others on your team how to do what you do so well, you've got to walk them through the entire process of how you do that thing. And the dreadful thing is that usually when we do that, we forget some steps. Why? Because we do some steps automatically. Because that gold in your gold mine, that knowledge, which I call brilliance, because it's composed of all these different components, expertise, experience, wisdom, all of that, I call brilliance for short. So that brilliance is hard to pass on completely to others because it has conscious parts and unconscious parts. The unconscious parts are the things you do automatically. Those are the steps that you don't think of telling someone to do. So how do you overcome that problem? Well, you can write down the steps that you think about, that you can think about. You can even record it on a video, and there are all kinds of tricks to then, take the transcript and make it into one by one steps. And then, though, you're not done. What you have to do after that is you have to put it to a test, and you have to see, hey, what is missing? Maybe you gave 7 steps, but actually there were 12. Or 10, and those remaining 3 or 5 steps make the whole thing collapse. It's kind of like telling someone to make bread, but you forget to mention to add yeast because, well, of course, everybody knows that you have to add yeast. So the second part is, okay, you have to pull that knowledge out of your brain, and you have to put it to a test to make sure that the workflow that you established, or the process or the insight, is actually complete, and therefore it works. And the third thought I want to leave you with is that exact same process will also enable you to use AI much more effectively. For example, I just learned that there's now such a thing as AI employee. And what they're touting is that these AI employees are trained by them, and that they can do as much as 70% of the office work that the typical company has. It's pretty mind-blowing. But what do they need? Well, they need workflows. That means that gold that's in your mind, in your brain, in the form of just knowing what to do, it has to get formalized into formal workflows that either a person or an AI tool can follow. So let me know what you think of that. Your mind, your brain, is a gold mine, and I invite you to do more with it. You deserve it. You know so much. Let's leverage it.